What's up, guys? Grateful Tread back again. Here we are. We find ourselves at Ponca here in the upper Buffalo Wilderness. We're actually kind of right in between the upper Buffalo Wilderness and the Ponca Wilderness. But today we're going to be on the Old River Trail. We've tackled the Buffalo River Trail with my son Brody. That's about 39 miles. This trip, the Old River Trail is about 22-ish miles, give or take, but we're also going to see a couple of sites. So I plan on taking a little detour, going and seeing Hemmed In Hollow for sure, and then we may even go do Eye of the Needle over near Kyle's Landing. It's a little trip that I've been wanting to do for a while. So this trip is full of water crossings. So I've got the waterproof socks on today. We're going to try to do it that way. Unless the water is just too high, if it comes up over my socks, I'm going to have to take my shoes off and on all day. But we're out here solo. Yeah, you don't see anybody with me, so it's just me today. First solo trip for the channel. It's not my first solo trip, but for the channel it is. So here we go. I think total trip, if I do all my sightseeing and everything, is going to be a little less than 30 miles, something like 27, 28. Got 3 days out here, 2 nights. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. So here we go. Whew. All right, I'm less than a mile into the trail, just east of Ponca, and the first water crossing, it took me a minute to figure out where we're going to do this, because I kind of meandered down a little bit further than where All Trails shows the crossing to be, and so I put all my electronics up because it was pretty deep. It came all the way up to my belly button, but I had all my electronics put up in my pack. Everything that I did not want to get wet was put up, so that was pretty interesting. Right now, I know I've got another crossing right out the gate here in just a minute, so I've got my camp shoes on, using those for crossing because the water's just too deep. And I'm just checking the map real quick before I put the phone back up just to see where the next crossing is. But looks like it's gonna be a little bit slow going here for a little bit, but we're just gonna keep on trucking. All right, got the second water crossing down here. That one I was able to kind of meander my way around the river a little bit, and water never really got too high. Probably didn't, maybe a little over knee high, I would say, so nothing too bad. I've got a little stretch right here before I have a few more crossings, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to put my hiking shoes back on. That way I'm not just killing my feet with these wet rubber shoes. So we're going to do that. It may turn into me taking my shoes off and on all day. I was hoping to not have to do that, but I may not really have much of a choice. It sucks to take your shoes off and on all day, but it also sucks to hike all day with wet feet, wet socks, and rub blisters on your feet. So it's, I don't know, 6 one way, half dozen the other. I'm not really sure which is better, but I would probably prefer to take my shoes off and on rather than chew my feet up. So we're going to try that out for now, but we're going to keep on trucking. All right, I'm veering off trail a little bit. Coming to check out this bluff. All right, we're coming up on another crossing here. Got to get across the river. Looks like it tries to bottleneck a little bit right here further downstream. So we may go upstream a little bit over there where it's a little more shallow. I think we can get across that way. Doesn't look too bad. I don't want to cross it right there by any means. There's B Bluff back in the distance. That's what we just saw. Real pretty. What's up, guys? Here we go. Just walking through the Still Creek campground area. This is a change of pace. Usually we're up pretty high, kind of looking down on this, so this is kind of neat. The BRT actually joins up kind of further down where I'm walking. So yeah, like I said, typically if you're hiking the BRT, there's like an overlook up there that you can see all this from. It's pretty neat. But we're it's a little over a couple of miles into the trail. Seen a lot of squirrels, some lizards, no snakes yet. Saw some pretty big tadpoles when I was crossing the river a few times back there. Yeah, so anytime I film myself crossing the river, something you don't really think about when you're watching a video, but I have to cross it 3 times. You know what I mean? Whether you catch yourself filming coming like from the back crossing the river, or filming yourself from the front side coming to the camera, you still have to cross it 3 times. So no really good way around that. Things you do for the channel, you know. Let's just keep on trucking for now. All right, we are coming up on our next crossing here. I'm over in the Still Creek campground area, walking up on the area where everybody puts in their canoes and kayaks and stuff for floating. So about to cross this sucker once again, and then we'll get to cruising. So here we go. is pretty insane. Right over here is where we just crossed. Some beautiful bluffs back this way. Trail continues on right over there. Whew. All right, fixing to go over here and get me a drink of water. Let these feet dry out a little bit and then get back into my trail runners. I'm pretty thirsty. Not too far away from lunch. I'm ready to have me something to eat. So far it's been great. It's a beautiful day out here. I haven't seen any backpackers. I've seen some day hikers and a bunch of people out here floating. But yeah, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I'm so thankful to be out here. Shout out to my wife for holding it down at home while I'm out here acting like a kid. So it's awesome. All right, see you guys. What's up, guys? See, I'm about a little over 5 miles into the trail. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon. Just had another water crossing. I'm about to give up on this whole trying to keep my feet dry. I'm about to just start walking, just crossing them with my trail runners, man. It's just taking so much time to take your shoes off and on and sitting here baking in the sun the whole time you're doing it, you know? So I may just give up on the whole keeping my feet dry thing and you know, just have to dry my feet and shoes and stuff out at camp. But oh well, it's a good opportunity to sit down and have some lunch. Have myself another green belly meal bar, same kind as before. I'm pretty boring when it comes to that. I like to stick with the spiced caramel apple, but it's pretty good. So, seeing a lot of floaters out here, a few day hikers, but no backpackers yet, just me. We're not too far from the turnoff to Hemmed In Hollow, and so that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully there's enough water flowing off that sucker that it'll be a pretty sight to capture. It's really difficult to capture how ginormous that waterfall is on camera. When you walk up to it in person, it's like breathtaking, but when you go back and look at your camera footage, it's kind of like meh. But we'll give it another shot, see if we can't make it look a little bit better this time. But looking forward to that. But until then, we're just going to keep on trucking. All right, just crossed the Buffalo River once again, right over here. Got a beautiful view over this way. I've never had a view of Big Bluff from down here. But here it is. Doesn't quite do it justice. It's really cool from up there. Here we are at Hemmed In Hollow Falls. Super cool spot. Huge waterfall just behind me. I'm gonna try to capture this it is very difficult to capture just how huge and pretty this waterfall is, but we're going to give it a shot. So here we go. What's up, guys? It's about 10 till 5. I am a little over 11 miles into the trail. Should be less than a mile from Kyle's Landing. That's probably where I'm going to end up trying to camp for the night. Man, ton of water crossings today. I don't know how many times I've crossed the Buffalo River, but it seems like at least 10. It's been good. I eventually just kind of gave up on trying to keep my feet dry, so gonna have to dry my socks and shoes out tonight and everything, but just kind of had to give up on that. It was inevitable with all these crossings, and as deep as the Buffalo is right now, there was kind of no way around it. So all right, we hopefully less than an hour away from camp, so we'll get up here, and I don't know if we'll actually go into the campground area or if we'll try to stay more in kind of the backcountry area. We'll just kind of see what it looks like when we get there, but not too far from camp. So till then, we'll keep on trucking. Man, look at this fire ring right here. This is beautiful. It's a work of art. Man, that has got to be one of the best fire rings I have ever seen. That is badass. We got ourselves an old homestead over here. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. What's up, guys? I have made it to my destination for the night. Looks like we're gonna camp over here at Kyle's Landing. Beautiful campground. Got my hammock set up over here, as you can see. Got the tarp in porch mode. Bam. Looking pretty good. So I got a little water spigot over here, which is kind of convenient. I'm gonna walk over here and fill up some water, and then maybe try to get a little fire going over here in this fire pit. There's some wood already over here at this campsite, and there's some wood back over here I may steal. But nice little campsite for the night. We're gonna try to get a fire going, eat some dinner, and probably go to bed kind of early. So looking forward to that. Good morning from Kyle's Landing. I'm picking up camp over here. I've got a lot of my pack already packed up, but I'm about to have some breakfast. Gonna have some Angry Pika granola, the lemon berry. It's pretty good. Having this and some electrolytes right now, and then I'll move on to some coffee, kind of wake up a little bit. But got kind of cold last night. I'm in my 45-degree hammock, and I had my, what is it, my 50-degree top quilt. But my my legs and like socks, or my feet were getting cold. I was just wearing shorts and no socks. So if I'd have brought some leggings or something and some like camp socks, I probably would have been fine. But I got a little cold. So gonna eat some breakfast. Then we got to backtrack a little bit to get back to the old river trail, and then from there we're gonna go off of the old river trail a little bit and go hike down Indian Creek and go back to the Eye of the Needle. I'm too close to it at this point, and on a trip like this, I've been wanting to go do that hike for a while, and I'm too close to it right now. On a trip like this, I gotta go do it. So we're gonna go check it out. Gotta be really careful. Supposedly it's pretty dangerous, especially when you get to the rope portion. So I'm gonna try to wear the little visor thing today and a little hat clip, and maybe we can get some cool footage over there at the Eye of the Needle. And once we get done with the Eye of the Needle, we'll get back on the old river trail, head east, and we'll go see Triple Falls over by Camp Orr. And then from there we'll just see how far we make it. We might I suspect we'll probably end up around Irby or something, but we'll see. But till then, we'll keep on trucking. All right, we are leaving Kyle's Landing, heading out morning of day 2. I am backtracking a little bit over to heading towards the old river trail where it meets up with the Indian Creek. And we're going to venture off the old river trail for a little bit and go see the Eye of the Needle. It's been one I've been wanting to do for a while, so I'm really looking forward to that. There's a little bit of a sketchy spot on it where you've got to actually kind of climb a wall with a rope, so should be pretty interesting. But looking forward to that. So here we go, getting started, morning of day 2. What's up, guys? Managed to find the Eye of the Needle trail, Indian Creek trail. I'm on a trail right over here, just parallel to Indian Creek, just hiking along. And I think we're probably halfway between where we started at Kyle's Landing and the end over here at Eye of the Needle. So looking forward to it. So far, hasn't been too hard to find. It's pretty easy to tell once you get to Indian Creek, and then you just turn and start hiking along it, and then eventually you'll see a trail off to the side that you can jump on, so you don't have to walk down in the creek bottom the whole time. But so far it's been really easy hiking. I know it's really dangerous once you get up here to the actual Eye of the Needle, but the at least the trail approach and everything so far is, you know, nothing more dangerous than the BRT or the ORT. So looking forward to the rest of it. We're just going to keep on trucking. All right, I'm a pretty good ways back here down Indian Creek. This is the first bit of water that I've seen. Just so happens to be a beautiful little waterfall. Maybe like a, more like a grotto maybe. Pretty cool. This isn't what we came to see, so we're going onward and upward. Climb up on top of this thing, I guess. Start heading back that way, getting closer. Whew, all right, I'm getting dangerously close to the eye of the needle. I think there's a, I don't know exactly how close I am, but I'm pretty dang close. There's a warning sign over here, it kind of looks like, or something. We'll go check it out. I think I've seen it before in pictures, but as soon as I shut up, I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you what I'm looking at over here, because it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But we are getting pretty close, so gonna get some good footage over here at the actual site. So here we go. Cave closed until further notice. Whoa. Woohoo! We're there. This is where the climb begins. suck. It's going down this one. Gotta go back down that sucker. It's just pretty steep. Here goes nothing. This is the way to do it. Sideways. Yep. I'm about to fart. I feel like Batman in the old Batman movie with the shark repellent bat spray when they walk, you know, on the side of the buildings and shit. Oh, I'm Adam West, baby. Let's go. I kind of like to go sideways though, you know, rather than the backwards rappelling approach. I like to be able to see where the flip I'm going. I like to make noise. Bah! Bah! Bet some of my CrossFit friends would be all over this rope. Of course, they'd probably be straddling it, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they like those ropes a little too much. Yeah. 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 Woo. Right, we came, we saw, we conquered. Just had a little lunch right over here at the Eye of the Needle. Drank a little bit of this beautiful Indian Creek water. Feeling pretty good, nice and recharged. Now I'm about to double back. This is my least favorite thing to do when it comes to hiking. But it's okay, because you got to see a really cool site like this. We're gonna double back to the ORT, the old river trail. And then we will start heading east, and then our next site we'll drop off and go see Triple Falls. And more than likely we're gonna try to make it to Irby Campground today, but we'll just see how far we make it. Might see a cool backcountry side along the way that we take, but here we go.
Stay tuned for part 2, where I continue my journey eastward along the old river trail.
Along the way, I stop at some beautiful locations like this one here at Triple Falls near Camp Ore.